So here's how far we've gotten. We have our first polynomial factor, x plus 5, treated as a block, and it is multiplying each of the terms inside the second set of parentheses. So the next step is to apply the distributive property once again. We know that we would rearrange each of these terms so that the factor x plus 5 comes after the factors that only have one term inside them. And then once we got here, we would use the distributive property again to simplify for each of these terms. So let's take a second and compare what we're doing in this step of the problem to what we did in the very first step. In both cases, we're using the distributive property. We used it the first time so that we could set ourselves up to do it again. Notice though which numbers and variables are written here. We have an x and a -2, and then we have an x and a +5. And those are just the same terms that are in the two polynomials up here. The things that we're multiplying together are x and x, x and x, x and 5, x and 5, -2 and x, -2 and x, and 5 and -2. What we've done here using the distributive property is just make sure that every term in the first polynomial is multiplied by every term in the second polynomial. Here we've reached another point where we can use a sort of shortcut so that we don't have to do quite as many steps in the problem.